Some of you have been right. Others have chosen the wrong country. Indeed, the country from which you watch my videos the most is the USA.
Feet of an investor.
1 in 3 of you watch my videos from the United States of America. So thank you very much for being faithful to my content, my American friends. You also see me from the UK, France, Italy, Mexico, Germany and many other countries. The list is incredibly long. At the end of the video, you will see the countries and cities from which you watch my videos the most. From outside the US, perhaps the Statue of Liberty is the best known symbol of the country. Also from NY City, its yellow taxis are world famous. Thanks to many films and television series, we know unforgettable images of the city, such as its skyscrapers, from the Empire State Building to the last of them, its Brooklyn Bridge, and the vast Central Park. When we look for information about the city, we find curious data. 36% of its residents were born outside the United States, and almost 50% speak another language than English. The Big Apple, the city that never sleeps, has so many things to talk about that maybe I should make the video just to talk about New York. What can I say about the Golden Gate? For me, it is one of the most iconic bridges in the world, perhaps because of its red color, or perhaps because of the simplicity of its design. Why is the Golden Gate so famous? This bridge was the greatest engineering work of its time. It was urgently painted to avoid the rapid oxidation produced in the steel of its structure by the Pacific Ocean. The Golden Gate has a path where you can walk or bike all along it. You can go by car and leave it parked, or by bus and cross it on foot. Another option is to go by bike from San Francisco, cross, get to Sausalito, and return by ferry, and thus complete a circuit that is very beautiful. It also has its most bitter side. More than 1,700 people have taken their lives by jumping from the bridge since it opened in May 1937. There are mythical streets, and one thing that really strikes me about the country is that all its inhabitants wave the same flag. In Europe, it is unthinkable that we all hang the same flag from our balconies. But I don't want to talk about these types of issues either, a bit controversial. The traffic. Accustomed to living in a small town, it is difficult for me to think of such big cities with so much traffic, despite the fact that the images I have chosen do not have too many cars. I exactly love this one, and it is also designed and manufactured in the country, in California specifically. Known for its bold architecture, Chicago's skyline is dotted with skyscrapers. The city is also known for its museums, such as the Art Institute of Chicago. Theater. Many young people dream of succeeding in its impressive theaters. We have to go back to New York City to talk about Broadway. Known worldwide for the musicals of its impressive theaters, Broadway is one of the most famous avenues in New York. The Boulevard has the best theaters, and Broadway musicals are known in all corners of the world. The origins of New York's Broadway theater history did not begin until 1750, when Thomas Kean and Walter Murray opened a theater company on Nassau Street. This theater was large enough to hold 280 patrons and typically staged Shakespearean plays and operas. In the end, the goal is to get to Hollywood, of course. Everyone wants to shoot movies with the best actors and directors, even in TV series. But for me, the best cinema will always be in black and white. Those elegant men, in suits and hats. Those feminine women, with tight clothes, perfect hairstyles, black stockings and heels, often smoking to appear more interesting. They were movies without special effects, with a much smaller budget than today, but their stories told things and were more real than today's science fiction movies. And the Oscar goes to. That is the precious object of desire that everyone wants and that very few achieve. Las Vegas. Possibly the part that least attracts my attention. It is true that it is full of light and life, but all its casinos seem very dangerous to me. I suppose they will be necessary even if I don't understand them. By the way, I don't know if you know that little trick to return from the casino with a small fortune. You must go to the casino with a large fortune. The truth is that casinos are not made for me. In the end, the night comes and those huge cities light up. I will wait a few seconds to enjoy these images. The national sports, American football or hockey, are two sports that in Europe do not have much fans. However, basketball is very appreciated in my country. I find it very fun to watch a game and to play it. Finally, my favorite place perhaps. This building holds too much power to be ignored in this video. After all, the feet of an investor need the action that happens in there. Here you have the countries and cities from which you see me the most. Kisses,